shit Z is such a ridiculous Superman ripoff.
Okay, problem right off the bat. But hey, I'm sure MovieWorld with his godlike knowledge will explain this in such a way that it will make me feel like I know nothing. Who am I kidding? I'm just giving the man who worships Batman and Robin way too much credit as it is.
You know, I laugh when stupid fucking retards have the nerve to ignorantly and stupidly, mentally incapacitatedly say that Superman was a ripoff of Goku. You fucking retards!
I don't know who told you that, but it seems like you're talking to a fanboy instead of an actual fan. Rest assured, anyone with a logical mindset knows that Dragon Ball came after. What's more foolish, MovieWorld? The fool? Or the fool who follows the fool? Damn, I just said that 3 times.
Superman was created in 1938.
Created in 1933. Sold to DC Comics in 1938.
Dragon Ball was like created in 1970 something?
1984. You're 10 years off.
Only shit, the difference between the Goku shit is that he was meant to like conquer the earth, but he ended up being good.
Stop right there. You're meaning to tell me this is the only reason you compare them? Outside that small-haired spectrum, they have nothing else in common. Personality, powers, moral themes, I can go on. I think anyone with the right mind would agree that one glaring similarity does not make an entire character as a whole a ripoff. Almost every character in fiction is inspired off something, both nowadays and back then. So even if you wanted to say that Super Mac Daddy is original, then I'd love to shatter your reality. Based on the fact that everything from Superman is pretty much stolen from a pulp fiction story called Gladiator. A story of a scientist developing a formula that can create superpowers, and he basically used it on his own son. Subsequently afterwards, he gained bulletproof skin, super strength, and is able to leap off tall buildings in a single bound. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? So, by your logic, MovieWorld, Super Mac Daddy is also 100% a ripoff. I can go further. Superman's origin story was stolen off of material from biblical stories. We all know the tale, Superman being drafted to Earth from the destruction of his people. That was symbolism, ripped off from Moses being drafted on a basket to his new home after the Jews are slaughtered. Yep, by your logic, total ripoff. Now I know what you're going to say. Zam, people have already told him this already. Why the history lesson? Well, the reason being is because MovieWorld actually responded to one of those people. Holy shit. Now, pay attention, folks. You are about to witness comedy gold.
Last time I checked, Hercules wasn't in the comic.
Whoa. Let's replay that again.
Last time I checked, Hercules wasn't in the comic.
And last I checked, Gladiator, the pulp fiction story, had nothing to do with Hercules. You're talking about a completely different character. And if you want to make the excuse it was borrowed from Hercules because they both have super strength, majority of the characters in Greek mythology had super strength too, so the concept is not based on a singular character. For example, that is being as petty as claiming character A is a ripoff of character B because they both happen to wear red and blue.
Spider-Man, red and blue. Superman, red and blue.
So, being patriotic is now a ripoff? Oh my god, I am dealing with a basket case.
But yes, you're stupid too, because yes, Superman was the first comic book superhero ever created.
No shit.
The first comic book superhero, you fucking dumbass.
No, you are arguing about originality. Don't switch up your argument for the sake of your convenience. Secondly, if you're arguing the originality of Superman in comparison to others, then people are allowed to argue content Superman was borrowed from. It's fair game.
Batman is a hero, not a superhero.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Batman has always been declared a superhero for his feats and accomplishments. You don't need powers to be a superhero. That's why the entire Justice League considers him to be the most dangerous person on the planet.
And yes, Age of Shitron? Oh my god. You know it's bad when Josh Whedon wants to deny the movie. You know it's even worse, and I'll put the link, stupid Saiyan under 17, when Disney calls Age of Astron a failure.
Financially, it was considered a financial failure because their goal in mind was to surpass the first Avengers. Yet it made $187 million worldwide. That is being petty, nothing to do with the quality of the film. However, let's put that in comparison to an infamous film you love.
If there's anybody watching this that, let's say, loved Batman Forever and went into Batman and Robin with great anticipation, if I disappointed them in any way, then I really want to apologize, because it wasn't my intention. My intention was just to entertain them.
And the humiliation doesn't stop there.
Well, I did one film, Batman and Robin, which was a yes. Thank you. This was a disaster. But other than that, there's no reason for me to have ever done anything to go to Comic-Con.
But didn't you apologise to the crowd at Comic-Con for Batman and Robin?
I always apologize for Batman. Let me just say that I actually thought I destroyed the franchise until they brought it back. You know, somebody else brought it back years later and changed it. But, you know, I thought at the time this was going to be a very good career move. It wasn't.
It's really a shame when Age of Ultron is deemed a failure for being deemed, and I quote, an okay film. Mixed reviews is one thing, but you want to know what's even more humiliating? Joel Schumacher and the rest of the cast of his own film apologizing for the creation of Batman and Robin. The film you love, the film you worship every day. Not for financial reasons, but as a movie in general. Very, very sad indeed.
Superman could beat the fuck out of Goku.
True Dragon Ball fans don't give a fuck.
And you want to see the real Rotten Tomatoes rating of Thor the Dark Shit turd, you moron? I'll put the link on the bottom. If you click on the top critics, the real rating, Rotten Tomatoes rating, only retards like you give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes, but you want to see the real rating? 44%. Guess what? Under Man of Steel, bitch.
Interesting, such a random movie in the conversation to bring up. Then he says out loud,
I don't give a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes.
I wonder why so. Now I'm curious. Let's see where the madness takes us. Oh, look at this. You'd think Man of Steel would get more ratings, but only 51%? Very mediocre. Next we look into Iron Man, where all the audiences give it a whopping 94%, while the critics still give it a 90%. Only top critics count, right? Next we got The Incredible Hulk with an audience rating of 67%, while the top critics give it a mere 60%. Is this why you stay off Rotten Tomatoes? Now we have Thor, where the Everyman gives it a 77%, while the top critics give it a 63%. Oh, the madness. And let's not forget about Captain America with a public rating of 79%, while the top C's give it a 76%. The inner desperation often shows hidden insecurities. And wow, even for a film that wasn't even that great, Iron Man 2 gets a 72%, while the top critics give it a 60%. F*** this. I like slapping fools around, but let's throw some irony into it. Age of Ultron. The quote, failure gets a public rating of 74. Top critics give it a 72.
In denial, bitch? Go fuck yourself.
Nothing short of poetry. So really, what is there to say about FUTUREXMDCchannel official, aka MovieWorld, aka Andre? Well, it seems like people are beginning to notice his utter fanboyism more on YouTube. Unlike most noobs who have just discovered you, me and my groupies have known about your failures for a long time. I just can't wait till this can of worms is opened, and that people will know that you're pushing 40 and dating teenage women, and that you posed as a big shot movie producer just to hook up with these teenage women, followed by screenshots of your dick that's smaller than my pinky. Or how you once auditioned for the role of Robin in Batman Forever when you were younger. Of course they denied you, which started your long obsession with the character Robin. Just so much stuff, but I'll let those people dig up the information. The rest of my buddies have already leaked it a long time ago, so people like Saiyan17 and his crowd and many others will eventually see it. Because trust me folks, some of it would be so much more funny if it wasn't so sad. As this comes to a close, always remember, Andre.
Don't say it. Don't you say it. Left. Come on!
It's good to be back.